Our next witness is Mr. Alireza Barekati, who gives evidence in person. His witness number 494 at page 74. It's the addendum that was sent to you, and he's present here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Barekati. The chairman will now swear you in.
Mr. Witness, thank you very much for attending to give evidence. Please would you repeat after me? I solemnly declare that I will speak the truth.
I
solemnly declare to tell the truth.
The whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Yeah. The whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Thank you. There'll be questions now from the prosecution, and then there'll probably be some questions from the panel.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Barekati. The witness was a friend of Ali Hosseini, who was shot dead at the age of 21 in Meshkin-Dasht, Karaj. Ali was 21 years old when he died. Mr. Barekati, thank you for assisting this tribunal. Please inform the tribunal of the events leading to the death of your friend Ali Hosseini.
Please. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude to you for having taken a step towards justice. And I also wanted to say Ali and I served together. For two years, we were serving at the same military unit. He was an extremely kind and trustworthy person. And it was on 16th of November he participated in the protests. And at the Meshkin-Dasht Karaj Unit 7 is near. He was near there where he was shot and he was martyred. I am ready to answer your questions.
Can you explain to the tribunal the circumstances of his death and how you heard about that?
On 17th of November that I came to know about his death, and we had one of our joint friends called me and told me that he had been shot and that he had been taken to a hospital. He was shot at noon and died at 1 a.m. the next day.
To your knowledge, did the family have problems in getting the body of the your friend Ali Hosseini?
No. No, they could not get the body, and they were not given the body, and they even contacted the governor and also the commander of our unit of our unit where we served, because they had asked us even to pay for the price of the bullet, and they had also. They said if we pay them for the bullet and do not take it and do not hold the ceremony, they will give us the body. They made it conditional upon that, and they did. They gave us the body after 5 days.
Thank you. Questions for you now. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I don't think there's any questions from... Oh, there is. Justice Yaqub.
You and your friend, sorry, thank you very much for giving evidence. I have a few questions to ask you. You and your friend were in the military, right?
بله.
Yes, we were in the self-sufficiency battalion and we were in the services department. But Ali started a year before me, and so he was he started his service a year before me, but we did live together for a year and a half because we were in the same battalion.
Is the services unit? What does it do?
The services unit was to clean the battalion, to keep a watch, mainly cleaning. And we were together. And Ali came from a poor family. And in some nights when we were acting as guards, Ali would take a few hours off to go and sell some things in the market in order to help the family eke out a living because they were very poor. So he'd take an hour off and go and sell, work as a seller.
Okay. And you said that, I think I heard someone say the 17th of November, but our information so far is that the big protest happened on Saturday, 19th November. Was it perhaps on 19th November when he passed on?
No. Look, I found out about his death on the 26th Aban, which is 17th of November.
Okay, so we have it that the 26th of November was a Sunday, right? '26th of Aban, sorry. 26th of Aban was a Saturday. It was a Sunday.
روزش حضور
To be honest, I cannot be sure if it was a Sunday, but I know that I just come back from work and one of our friends called me to inform me of his death.
We get it clear that he passed away on the 25th of Aban. Are you sure about that? No, he was injured, sorry, on the 25th of Aban. Is that right?
بله بله.
Yes. The time of death, from what I have heard, was 1 a.m. So he was shot on 16th of November, but actually died at 1 a.m. on 17th of November, which is 26th of Aban.
Let's just keep it to Aban date, to be clear. So he was injured on 25 Aban and passed away on 26 Aban.
Yes.
Another thing that confused me a little is I would have thought that his family would ask for the body and so on, but you say we did, and they didn't give us the body. Who was the we?
خیر خیر. بله.
The family went and I heard from, look, I was the one who heard the news, and then the family went to try and recover the body.
So you were told by the family what happened when they went to try to recover the body.
بله.
Yes.
Did you see any document would say where he was shot or anything like that, or no?
من اسناد و مدارکی مشاهده نکردم.
I did not see any documents. However, we have friends, we have common friends, the two of us, and they live very close by to Ali's house, and they had good information about what had happened. After the incident, I only went once to where the incident had happened, and I saw the Basij base. And once I managed to go to his house in order to express my condolences to his family.
Very, very much. I have no further questions, Chair. Thank you.
خواهش میکنم.
Ms. Firstman.
Thank you. Thank you to Mr. Witness. I just have one request for clarification, if I may. In your written statement, you mention, and I imagine you know this from the family, that in order to recover the corpse, they were asked to pay money for the bullets. Is that correct?
بله برای
Yes, for the bullet. And also they had to pledge that they would not hold a ceremony of any sort.
Thank you. And are you aware of the amount of money that they were required to pay?
No.
And you also say that the family recovered the body quite a while after the incident. So the body was sitting for quite a number of days before it was possible to recover it by the family and for a burial to take place. Is that correct?
Yes, yes.
Can you explain anything that you might know about that, about why it took so long?
Yes. The family of Ali, as I mentioned, are very poor. They are not financially secure. They had even asked from my commander, during the commander of Ali and our unit, and they'd asked him to help us recover the body. And even the commander of our unit could not help out, even had he wanted to, because he worked for the army. He didn't have the power to help us out. And I think because they didn't have the money to pay for the bullet, and for some 5 days, they kept the body so that they managed to gather enough money, collect enough money to pay for that body and recover the body, the bullet, and recover the body.
In your statement, you say that the body was returned after 8 days. Was it 8 days or 5 days?
For five days. Yesterday, I spoke to his family, and they confirmed it was 5 days, because I said I had heard from one of our mutual friends, but in the very short time I'd had to contact the family again to verify it, they actually said it was 5 days.
What is the normal practice for burials in terms of the time frame? Is it usual to wait 5 days to bury a body?
من خیلی اطلاع
I don't really know about that. Whether or not it's possible to keep a body for 5 days. I cannot tell you about the Sharia standpoint on that because I do not know.
I have no further questions.
Ms. Rohan?
Yes, I have just one short question of the witness, which dawns on me as I'm listening to this as we go on. Under normal circumstances in Iran, if someone was killed in a violent crime, or if someone was killed in a car accident, or in some other circumstance where the medical community would feel it important to do an autopsy, is the family required to pay for that? In other words, in coming to pick up the body after that kind of procedure, in general, would be some money charged for that? Or is this highly unusual that during these protests, and I'm not talking about paying for a bullet, but just going to pick the body up and have it returned to the family, are people charged money for that kind of thing?
To be honest, I do not have the experience to let you know because I've never gone to collect a body. But I doubt very much that they would charge for an autopsy. And even if they do charge for autopsy, it would be for autopsy. It would not be for charging for a bullet is very different. So, but I cannot tell you.
Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you.
خواهش میکنم.
I think that's all the questions from the panel. Council?
Just one clarification. You served in the army, and that was a compulsory service. You were conscripted. Is that correct?
بله.
Yes, it is.
And thank you very much for your testimony.
Thank you very much, Mr. Witness, for agreeing to testify. We appreciate and we will take everything you've said into account. Thank you very much.
خواهش میکنم من میتونم یه
Thank you. Can I add something? Just one sentence. If I'm here today, it's because I feel it's my duty to be here. And had Ali been in my place, and as I said, and I knew he was an upright person, and I know had the same thing happened to me, believe me, Ali would be here giving testimony as well. Thank you very much for having listened to me.
Thank you.